Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I am Rose McNair, your host. That is, if you didn't know that. So today, I thought I'd come on and say hello. And if you're seeing smoke in front of me, it's because my incense stick is like right there in my face. And the more I put it away, it's still coming toward me, which means that it's really intent on clearing the energy around me. And that's wonderful because it means that the guides are looking after us, right? Okay, so why did it come on today? Because I wanted to say thank you to all of you that are watching. Thank you so much for the support. And thank you to all new subscribers for subscribing. And you're very welcome here. Okay. Um, I I'm just overwhelmed at the number of subscribers that we have had in the last 2 weeks. And I attribute it to Sarah Ariana's interview, and she shared her interview on her channel on YouTube. And then we had all these other people watching it. And thank you so much, Sarah. Really support your work. And thank you for all that you are doing on the planet. I'm hoping we'll have Sarah Ariana come back and talk with us. And I guess it depends again on the Divine Collective if they say, okay, because really we want to do what the Divine Collective or anybody that channels a specific collective, we want to go with what they have to say. It's always got to be from higher perspective, right? Okay, so and of course I interviewed Amanda Danielson, and I noticed some of her people have been watching it as well. She's been watching the channel, and so it's really good. So today I just wanted to give a little bit of my experience in terms of energy currently. So we're now into the third day of August, and I felt last week, because I'd had a week of so many interviews and so much happening, that was just, it just felt like we had moving staircases, like Harry Potter has the moving staircases. And in one of the movies, one of the Harry Potter movies, you see the moving staircases. You have to make sure you are on the right staircase when you have to go to your dorm or something like that. And I feel like last week for me was moving staircases. To a lot of people that scheduled meetings, there are people that we organize it. We'll do a meeting at a certain time, for example, or I go somewhere and everything I expected there was different. It wasn't where I expected it to be or how I expected it to be. So I don't know if you found that last week, but this week I'm finding, or I'll go back to last week. When this was happening, I just felt this strong sense that we needed to be, or I needed to be, in a bit of a reclusive state again this week, and just go on and do very little in terms of interviews or anything I didn't have to do this week, that I didn't need to do it. I needed to be with myself. I think I said that I said it on Light Language Messenger in one of the videos there. So anyway, I've done that this week, and I'm finding that it was absolutely necessary because, firstly, the weather in Auckland has been quite intense. We've had intense cold, we've had intense winds, we've had intense rain. The rain has been strange, as it's been for a while now, because sometimes it's more the sound of the wind that makes you think the rain is heavy. The rain is not as heavy as it sounds. Or walking in the rain, because I walk the dog in the rain, walk the dog, and sometimes we get caught in the rain. It does not seem to does not seem to soak the skin. You know how we say, oh, I've been soaked to the bone. Nothing like that happens with this rain. It slides off the skin, so you're not actually wet, really. So I'm finding that that's different. So yesterday we had an intense day. We had winds that were gusting at I don't know how many kilometers per hour. We had intense cold. We had a lot of cloud, and the rain was coming in intervals. And when it came down, it just sounded so much louder, but we had hail as well where we live in Auckland. And then today, I woke up to a beautiful clear sky. It's very cold, but the sun's shining, and the wind is not as heavy as it was. Now, I'm speaking about the weather, and you think, why are you spending so much time talking about the weather, Rose? I'm saying that perhaps the guidance to be reclusive was based on what the the guides have expected the weather to be like. It is a full moon this week, So when the moon is full, you do have erratic weather patterns, I've noticed. Um, but that doesn't mean there isn't any other kind of thing happening in terms of the weather. All right. So I just want to say that. So whatever you think the weather is about, whether it's geoengineering, whether it's natural, all of that, remember that all of these factors are playing a part right now in our world, right? Definitely. So I am just finding that I just need to be with myself a little bit more. So I took advantage of the sunshine today. I put my yoga mat out on the front lawn. I've got my front garden is quite enclosed. It's quite private. And I did my fitness out there on the front lawn with the dog hanging around about out there, and the cat staying at a safe space behind the entrance gate, but just them communing with me. And I felt like I really loved being able to bask in the sunshine, to absorb the sunshine, to pay homage to the sunlight and the sun. I really felt connected to Metatron and the central sun and all the angels that work with Metatron. And I invoked that orange gold cloak of Metatron. So I'm saying this to you, saying, if you have an opportunity to be in a sunshiny place and to enjoy the sunshine, please do. Please take the opportunity to enjoy the sunshine, because we are experiencing weather at the moment that's really blocking the sun's light. I'm finding that I see more cloud than I see sunshine. And I know it's winter in New Zealand, and New Zealand is known as the land of the long white cloud. But I've got to say, we have not had, or in my time, I haven't experienced this much cloud and that little sunshine. Okay. So that's my encouragement. If you can get the sunlight, take as much of it as possible. Enjoy yourself with it. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Be in nature. Listen to the bird song. Listen to the quietness in the morning. If you're getting up early, my guides are waking me up early these days, and they're encouraging me to sit in my chair. And I need to do more and more of that. I recognized that yesterday. I need to do more and more of tuning in with my guidance system, because I need to be able to communicate better, say the things I need to say, and do the things I need to do for the channel, for my work on the planet, for communicating, and I guess maybe being in tune with people who are meant to be on the channel. Yeah, all of that. Right. So today I want to talk, I'll tell you about this little experience I had earlier after I'd done my yoga and fitness training on the front lawn. I looked at Telegram and I saw something, because I'm on Telegram, and I looked on it and I saw that somebody had put up a notice there, and they were looking for to communicate with people who are healers in a specific area in New Zealand. And I'm not going to say what the area is, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm coming out of with this, or what my point is about this message. And so I thought, oh, look, this person is looking for people in that area. Let me ask her if she would like to be on the Great Awakening Generator. Like, let me invite her to come and talk with us, or invite anybody who is in this specific area to come and talk on the Great Awakening Generator about their offering to the collective, like I'm doing with everybody else. So anyway, I explained what the Great Awakening Generator is, and where we are. Like, we're now on 2 other platforms, which I'll talk about very, very shortly. And then she asked me, "Are you human?" And I thought, okay, fair point. Given whatever's going on at the moment with AI and all of that, I guess someone can ask me that question. So I said, yes, I am. Would you like us to chat so you can find out? And a voice chat. And she said, oh no, that's okay. I'm busy at the moment, maybe another time. And I thought, okay, something's not quite right with us. So then I referred her to one of the videos that were done on the Great Awakening Generator. And I said, there we are. This is what it's all about. And, and so she said, oh, well, I'll mention it in my group, but I don't really, it's not something I support. And I thought, okay, that's fine. We accept that everybody is where they are, and maybe, that's what they need to do. And then I reiterated, thank you. And I respect that, or we accept that. But I just want to say that the channel is for people who are here for the benefit of supporting the collective. And so it just reminded me that I needed to reiterate to us today, here, to all of you watching, the Great Awakening Generator and now the Light Language Messenger channels are here to support the collective. On the Light Language Messenger channel, I do my light language. That is my pet project. That is my personal guides. They have asked me to do that. Now, if you've watched it a little bit, or if you've heard anything about it, you know I struggle with doing my light language on my own because I'm it's something for me to do. And whilst it is for the collective, I'm still sitting there and doing it on my own because I love talking to people, right? And so I'm that at the moment is where I'm crossing over. I'm getting comfortable with doing my light language, bringing in a message and doing my light language on the channel. So, but it is for the collective. It is for greater good. It is for the beginnings of the age of Aquarius. It is something that we're putting out there so that people can find themselves, so people can get the messages, so people can get anything that they need to get from the higher realms, right? So I needed to point that out. Our purpose with the Great Awakening Generator and the Light Language Messenger is to support the collective, right? And how do we support it? We invite people to come in and talk about themselves and their offering to the collective. Again, that doesn't necessarily have to be, whilst there's a lot of people talking about esoteric healing and teaching and training and Reiki and meditation and yoga and all of those things, we also have a lot of people there that talk about things that supports the community. Now, think about Kiwi Harvest. They told us about how they support the community in getting together waste food from supermarkets, putting it, packaging it, and then sending it out to agencies like Women's Refuge, etc. Right? So ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to invite you, if you're watching and you think you have something that is for the greater good of the community, be it esoteric, be it metaphysical, be it medical, be it clinical, be it just community services, please do get in touch. You know how to find me. You can email me through the channel and say, Rose, I want to talk about this because it is for the greater good of the community. And I want to create awareness of it because I am always happy to do it. Remember that the Great Awakening Generator started from us doing this kind of thing on radio because I do. I'm a radio announcer. I've been a voluntary radio announcer for the last 15 years, and I do it with a radio station called East FM out in East Auckland. East FM, if you think you haven't heard about it before, if you've heard of Howick Village Radio, then East FM is Howick Village Radio rebranded. Okay, so rebranded about 6-7 years ago, thereabouts, somewhere along the line. Okay, so on East FM, I started inviting people to come in and talk to me about stuff they're doing for the greater good of the community. And so it just kind of filters into the Great Awakening Generator. That is what it's there for. It is there to support our communities. I've been trying to get somebody to come and talk to me about growing organic food in your garden. And I'm trying to get them to do a series with me because I believe that if we can teach that through the channel, then we're reaching out people beyond our local community. We're reaching out people planetary, right? Cosmically. Yes, okay. If anybody's tuning into what's happening on Earth, and I know a lot of people say they are, the galactic community is very interested. Of course they're interested. That's why we're getting all the wonderful downloads we're getting at the moment, right? Okay, so the platform normally invites people to come and do an interview. So the first thing I will invite somebody to do is come in and do an interview with me. I listen to what my guidance system tells me. And if I feel like they're asking me to work more with that person, then I will bring them in and we will do a series. Now, all of this platform and this modality came through or has come to be because of the guides giving the information. Okay, I don't create that on my own. I create that because my guidance system allows me to do that. That is why we did the series, the live transmissions with Chantal French, which concluded last week. That is why we did, or we are doing the Words of the Light series with Claudia Tidgens. That is why I'm doing Dr. Darek Speaks, because I felt guided to use the platform to enhance the skills of these people, to bring in their knowledge and share it with the collective because it means something. And even if it doesn't mean something now to someone, it's going to mean something to somebody a lot in the future. And also, I think all of those things mean something to someone when you think about the number of views that it's had, those videos have had. So this is what this is how we work here on the Great Awakening Generator. Okay. Now, who do we work with? We work with everybody on this planet, right? Who is into energy healing, into the metaphysics, who's into the greater good of humanity and the planet, right? So if they have a good thing, if it is to build, if it is operating on a platform of love, that will be something we will be interested in. So if you have that and you think you want to share it, you know where to find me. Also, when I created the Great Awakening Generator, or when I set it up under the guidance of my guides. All right. They told me this last year in July. I had to go back to radio because I was, if you watch the Great Awakening Generator, you know the story. I was allowed back there after the mandates were lifted in New Zealand for the COVID passport. And so my guides had said, do the radio, but YouTube is coming. And then I forgot all about it. And then in February, I suddenly created the YouTube channel because I felt guided to. And then I forgot that they'd said it was coming. And I thought, where did it come from? Where did it come from? And then months later, I realized, actually, they told me it's coming. So why am I surprised? So this is it. We created this so that we can give mainly people in Australia and New Zealand, or New Zealand and Australia, whichever one, right? Little brother and big brother, giving them a platform to come and talk about their offering to the community, to the collective on energy healing, wherever they are, that they can talk on Zoom and that we can put it out there and people can know that this is available to them. There you go, right? Right now, with all the amount of illness that's surrounding us, the amount of people dying suddenly, the amount of people just being taken to hospital in ambulances, the fact that we have a long waiting list of people who need to be attended to by the medical community means that whilst we're waiting, we've got all of this to say, you can do this in the meantime. It's not an alternative to what your doctor's saying. It supports you in the meantime whilst you are on the waiting list. It gives you something to enhance your healing process, okay? Because all of these things are relative and relevant and equally valuable, okay? So, right, so that's what I want to say. We also work with our guides, right? Our guides are that's in the energy spaces around us. We channel people. We work with dragons, with unicorns, with fairies, with angels and archangels, ascended masters. We work with amazing galactic beings. We work with the Arcturians, we work with the Pleiadians, we work with the Andromedans, the Lyrans. We work with all of them on this channel. And I say we because many people who come here channel an Arcturian guide, or, you know, somebody who comes in might have a Pleiadian guide coming through. The Pleiadians and the Pleiadians are very popular. We know that, right? The Andromedans and the Lyrans have been around for a while. The Arcturians are really coming through now in the forefront. They've been a long time in New Zealand, but they're coming through now more people, right? They are stepping forward and telling us they're working with us. Just really good. Right, now I've done most of what I needed to tell you here. I'm looking at my list of things because I wrote down what I needed to say about us. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. And thank you for listening, for subscribing, for liking. I really appreciate it, even for commenting. It's all happening. And thank you so much for that. I will say, I'll conclude by saying we have put the Great Awakening Generator channel, the whole of it, on Odyssey. All right. So you can, if one of your social media platforms is Odyssey, catch it there as well, because you're supporting us. Wherever you are watching it, YouTube, Rumble, or Odyssey, you are supporting us. And I really, really appreciate that. On Rumble, we are a very small partly transitioning over to Rumble. The reason for it is that when I was considering Rumble, I emailed all the people that had come to do interviews with me on the Great Awakening Generator. And I asked them, would you like to be on Rumble? And only a handful of them said yes. Okay. Now, I'm kind of just transitioning only those instead of all of them. And so I could sync the channels and I could do it, but I am also being careful about what I put onto Rumble whether I have a complete link between YouTube and Rumble. I don't feel that I need to. So this is why I'm doing it like that. Okay. Now there's some things on Rumble that are not on YouTube. So if you want to check out the Great Awakening Generator, it's on Rumble. Check it out. It's an Odyssey. Check it out, because those platforms allow us to be a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more real, honest, tell the truth, say what we think, say what we're experiencing. YouTube is great, by the way. I still think that it's great, and I'm very grateful for YouTube. I'm grateful that we could talk about the things we're talking about. I am eternally grateful that we have YouTube. There's just some things that we cannot say on there. So thank you so much again for watching, and please share it with your friends. And I appreciate your comments. And I'm sorry if I haven't replied to any comments. I will go and have a look again and see if there's something I need to reply to, and I will come back to you. Wonderful, wonderful times ahead, and much love to all of you. Stay tuned, and keep your vibration high. It's going to be a lot of roller coaster coming up. Do not fear. Do not fear. It's easy to get fearful. Therefore, take the time to be with yourself. Take the time to listen to the voices and the guides that are looking after you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling scared, reach out, because there will be somebody who we can refer you to. I am suggesting that you reach out to me here on the Great Awakening Generator, because I can, let's just say, I can connect you with somebody who might be able to listen to what you're going through, who might be able to give you some guidance. All right. Also, I want to say apologize that last week we did not have an episode of Dr. Darek Speaks because of all the moving staircases. We didn't get a chance to actually do that recording of that episode. We've done it already, and it comes out this Friday. So, watch out for that tomorrow. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, look after yourself and take care of all of you and all of yours. So much love. Until next time. Namaste.